For sure. Good morning. It's noon. I'm tripping. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rodney Anderson Live, a show where we cover questions, comments, concerns about the state of OU athletics, OU football, OU softball, OU basketball, men's or women's. We can address whatever you want. Obviously, it's portal season, so we're going to get into a little bit of that. Which I should say, the big question of the day, what is our biggest portal gain? Talking football, obviously. We'll talk about some losses as well. You know, we've had some news this morning come out, a couple players. Also, over the past week or so, couple weeks or so. But yeah, I just want to hear y'all's thoughts. I see a few people already starting to flow in. Yes, we will talk about Gentry, Sooner Cowboys. Oh, I guess Sooner Cowboys says that, Jordan Seaton? I don't know who that is. Should I know who Jordan Seaton is? People behind the cameras are saying that I should know. Yeah. Okay. People behind the cameras are messing with me right now. Wolfgang, good morning. See, I started the show saying good morning, but then I corrected myself because technically it's the afternoon, but we're fringe, I guess, so appreciate it. We will talk about Jason Witten as well. I'd like to discuss his son. I think he still has one more year to play in high school, a linebacker. Super excited about that whole move, bringing Jason in, the potential around him and what he can do for our program. I don't think we probably talk about Joe John a little bit too. I never really had any issue with Joe John, honestly. Great guy, great coach. It seemed like his players liked playing for him. I don't think I never really knew him like super well, Joe John, that is. But yeah, I think a good move nonetheless. I'm not sure like what motivated it or not. We have had a lot of tight ends kind of come through. Nobody really jumping off the page, I don't think. And I'm not really counting Jaron Canick. I know he played tight end for us this past year, but I'm not really counting him because Joe John didn't recruit him, didn't bring him in. He wasn't really a tight end. Maybe that speaks volumes that we had to go to the other side of the ball for our starting tight end this year instead of our tight end room. I'm just saying thoughts, not saying that I'm right. Okay, Jordan Seaton is 5-star offensive tackle from Colorado. So sounds like a high school kid. Do we think high school is more valuable these days or transfer portal? Colorado University? Oh, so just saying he was a 5-star guy. Okay, Colorado University. Hanes socks or Nike socks? I don't know how you would have been able to tell that I'm wearing Hanes socks right now. Hated worldwide. They're Hanes socks, not Nike socks. Hey, Nike's expensive. And I'm not going to pay that much for socks. So, yeah. How'd you know that? How'd you know Hanes worldwide or hated worldwide that I was wearing Hanes socks? Can you see? I don't think you can. Okay. Well, I do want to get to that question though. Okay, so Jordan Seaton is 5-star offensive tackle from Colorado University. But I do want to. What do y'all think? Is it more valuable for us to be going after high school kids, you know, these highly rated recruits, or should we be going after these transfer portal guys? I personally think a little bit of both. I kind of think the NIL and the way that the transfer portal has shook out is starting to, like, a lot of teams are looking for depth and they're looking to fill positions and they need guys right now. And so for that, the transfer portal is where you'd look for that. Like, oh man, this year we need some tight ends. We need some height, some size in the tight end room. We know we're losing a lot of guys, so we're going to go to the portal for that. Maybe we sign some high school tight ends to develop them. Now, this is a world where development it's hard to come by, those players that just want to be developed. But I think I don't know, that's how I would want it to flow if I was a head coach of a football team. Hated worldwide, not a weirdo, just asking which I prefer. Well, I'm wearing Hanes socks right now. That's why I thought it was weird, because there's no way you could have told. I guess you just got lucky. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Hanes socks all the way. Nike's too expensive. Okay. Cole Sullivan and Parker Livingston, great additions. I agree. We talked about Parker a little bit. Isn't Parker one of the ones that committed to us while we were on live last week? Yeah. So last week I was telling y'all that I wasn't familiar with Parker's game. I understood the hype, but I wasn't familiar. After that, I went and looked up some Parker Livingston highlights. It's pretty good. So I'm excited about that as well. I do think that having height and experience at the receiver position is going to be huge for us this year. I'm looking for our offensive line to make a huge leap. I mean, we've got the guys that we know. We kind of have the positions already known. And so let's spend this entire offseason, this entire spring ball, this entire summer, like really getting tight on the offensive line, knowing our responsibility, knowing what we're supposed to do. We had a couple of freshmen on there this past season, and they did a great job. They didn't play like freshmen, but now we're expecting only that much more from them, year two. And so I think if we can have a good offensive line, John Mateer's second year here, he's going to get that, every single bit of that rust knocked off that thumb. I'm sure he'll be, honing in on his mechanics as well. We have a guy like Parker Livingston out there, and supporting crew to, back and, those targets down the field. I think that's going to be huge. But then still doesn't address the running game. The running game. Oh, man. We have what's his name from Colorado State? Blanking. I'm blanking on him. Man, what was his name? Can y'all please remind me of the running back from Colorado State that we just got? He came in with Rocky Beers. I think his name starts with an A, maybe. Lloyd Avant. Yeah, his last name started with A. Hated worldwide, said Jade Knott. Nope. He didn't have any more eligibility, so he's out. Father Cam. I had to work out that name in my head before I said it out loud. Father Cam. Is Gentry going to play in Athens? Hope he stays healthy. Man, Gentry Williams, I really wish could have worked out here. I think had he had healthy seasons, each if he would have had healthy seasons at OU, he'd probably be going to the league already, in my opinion. I really, really hope he's able to get over whatever injuries. This is his shoulder, but I hope he can get over it. Because he's a good dude, too. Good guy, good family. I feel bad for him, I feel bad for any guy who's got to fight something they can't control. Injuries are tough. Trust me, I know. But, all he can do, trust the docs, work as hard as he can. We'll be seeing him. I think that's the cool thing about a lot of these transfers right now. Like, we'll be seeing quite a few guys. We can just go ahead and talk about it. So y'all already mentioned Gentry. Who else? Troy Everett going to Ole Miss. We'll see him. It'll be an interesting Ole Miss team too. You know, first year in a while without Lane Kiffin calling the shots. No Chambliss, right? So I guess he didn't get his extra year, which to me, why would you want that? Like if you're Ryan, if you're Chambliss, it's Ryan Chambliss, isn't it? Trinidad. Where'd I get Ryan from? I don't know. Trinidad Chambliss. In my opinion, I feel that I have all this hype. I'm like playing better than I've ever played. I've made the jump from D2 to the SEC, and I'm making a national championship run, and everything's going great. Like, keep that momentum going. Go to the league, dude. Don't mess around here. You're good enough. Don't mess around at the college level too long. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be playing Troy Everett. Who else? There's one more I was thinking of. Oh, Javonte Barnes. Another cat, very similar to Gentry Williams. Injuries. You know, there was some competition in the running back room too. I think it's more injuries when it comes to Javonte Barnes, honestly. But a great running back, great guy, just didn't work out here. But we'll see him this year when we play Kentucky. What do y'all think about these new opponents that we're going to be playing? I'm pretty excited to see some new faces. It gets boring playing the same over and over and over again. So I'll be excited. But is Bama on our schedule? That's weird. That feels weird. We played them so much in recent years, and this is gonna be the first year that they're not on our schedule. I bet they'll find a way to make us play them at some point. Man. Is Kip and Owen coming back? Kip, I feel like Kip probably will. I don't see why he would leave. I think that there's more to show from him. Like, he plays with just an unbelievable motor. I think showing that he can like hone in and control the guys around him, or like lead the guys around him rather. I think for sure Kip should come back. I think he will. Owen Heineke had to petition for another year, and I'm not sure. Do we know about Owen? We haven't heard about Owen yet. I really, really hope he can get it. I think he's a guy that's deserving of it for sure. Not that anybody else isn't, but we like that's close to home here. Like, we know Owen. We had him on the double tape one time, and just to hear his story, like, started as a lacrosse player, which is why at Ohio State of all places. Yeah, you talking about lacrosse? Yeah, so he played like just a couple of games, one or two games lacrosse for Ohio State, and I think the NCAA is trying to say that counts, which it shouldn't count. And so, yeah, a couple of games at Ohio State, and then you come walk on at OU, and now you're the guy. Give that guy an extra year. Let him prove himself. Let him keep proving himself, is what I'm going to say. All right, guys, questions, comments, concerns. If you're new here, I'm Rodney Anderson. This is Rodney Anderson Live. And we do this every Tuesday, right around noon. I hop on here. We talk about questions, comments, and concerns about anything. Let's keep it closer to sports, though, 'cause I'm not a licensed therapist. I don't need to be on here talking about all y'all's personal problems. Bring me anything sports related. Questions, comments, concerns. The big question of the day is, who was our biggest portal gain? Biggest portal gain. And I'm throwing in my own sub question. High school recruits versus portal guys. What is y'all's opinion there? Keith, when it comes to the RBs, is it lack of talent, lack of development, or is it more on the O-line? That's a great question, Keith. I would say that it's it could be a combination of multiple things. You would like to believe that it's not lack of development with a guy like DeMarco Murray in there. I mean, talk about experience. Talk about know what it's like to be in those kids' shoes. So lack of development, I would hope not. But then there's also a certain, there's a certain part of development that is solely on the athlete. Like the coach can teach you so much, you got to go home and study it. You're the one that's out there running the plays, and so the development part could be on the athlete too. You never know. I don't think it's lack of talent. Hot take. Y'all might not like this. Hot take. I personally think Jade Knott was very talented. I think he's a very talented back. We can get into that if y'all want to. Let me know. I think, in my opinion, the issue with the running game was one for the past few years. This year was a lot better, but previous to this season that just ended, we struggled being consistent in our running back rotation, and we struggled, and because of that, the backs that were in the game could not find rhythm. And what I mean by that, you could put it a little bit on the offensive line, you could put it a little bit on the running backs, but those are two position groups that have to play together. Like, they have to mesh together, not just be out there on the field. Like, the running backs and the O-line don't have to mesh the way that the running backs and the receivers do. The running backs and receivers are out there on the field at the same time, but they're usually not, like, crossing paths like that. Running back and O-line, they need to move as one. If you have consistency at the O-line, same guys playing all season, and you have consistency in the running back room, same couple of guys rotating all season, then they get to know each other in gameplay. And I think that's what we were missing. Because the guys, I didn't see too many just like boneheaded mistakes. I feel like if it was lack of development or those boneheaded mistakes, you would see a lot more missed blocks by the running backs. But it's only surprising to me because I was terrible at blocking when I first got here. But it's surprising to me, like, none of the backs, hardly any of them, missed their assignment when it comes to picking up blitzers. I'm sure that y'all don't check me on the tape. I'm sure that there could have been a miss here or there. They're human. Yeah. Let me get back down to the chat. That was a good question, Keith. That was a great question. What do I think about the Witten hire? First of all, I'm not trying to fanboy out on Jason Witten, but I grew up watching Jason Witten. And a kid, like a boy, Rodney, watched like not in person live, but I watched on the TV when it was happening, when he got his helmet ripped off and he kept pushing down the sideline. Boy, what was it against your Eagles? That's hilarious. If y'all didn't know, the guy behind the cam, guy behind the boards, Brandon Gibson, he makes everything go. I always say, I just walk in here and start talking. He's the one that has everything set up and edited and everything. He's a huge Eagles fan. And I guess I just didn't realize when I'm sitting here fanboying out on Jason Witten, and it was against his birds, his Eagles. Anyways, back to my wonderful memory. He got his helmet ripped off and just kept I don't think he scored, but he got right down there, and he had that look in his eyes, like, boy. From that moment on, like I said, I was a kid when I saw that. From that moment on, I kind of had in the back of my head, like, man, hope my helmet gets ripped off and I can keep running. Like, that'd be really cool. Just you want to be your heroes type of a thing. Man. So anyway, what do I think about him coming here? I think he's going to bring that kind of mentality, that kind of toughness, obviously. But also, he was a super veteran. Like, he's tenured for sure in the league. So all that experience, all that knowledge, who wouldn't want to go play for that guy? I mean, it's very similar to having DeMarco Murray in your running back room. That's why we get a lot of talented backs in there. Now, we got some things to worry about or to fix in the running back room, but I'm just talking about recruiting advantages. Like, who wouldn't want to come play for Jason Witten. Jason White too. But Jason Witten. Love the hire. He's got a kid too, linebacker. I think he's like pretty highly rated too. And so, if we do get Kip back for another year, which I think we will, he'll ball, and then maybe we can actually get a Witten playing for us. Pretty nice. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Our big question of the day. What was our biggest portal gain, rather? Google account holder 99 says the tight end from Florida need a big safety net for Mateer. I love that take 100%. I do think, this is a great little transition. Just talking about the tight end room, Jason Witten. If there was one underutilized position on our offense this past year, I would say it was the tight ends. It was the tight ends. I think they played their role well. You didn't see a ton of mistakes from them, but they could have been used more, in my opinion. Now, maybe it had something to do with I don't know. Jaron did a great job. I don't know. I would have just loved to see them be utilized more, like a big body, Google account holder 99. I think this is your point, like a big body in the red zone that John Mateer can do from Florida, 6'8", technically 6'7 3/4 on the website. Get at it. The people behind the camera are giving me some troubles today. I'm gonna say your name online. 6'8", 6'7". Anyways, I'm done fooling around. Big guy to throw the ball to score touchdowns. Can only help. You can't coach 6'8". You can't coach, what was he, like 270, 275, something like that? Crazy big. So, yeah. And they'll help in the running game, too. If 6'8", 270-ish can't set an edge for a nice little outside zone, we're in trouble. But with a coach like Jason Witten, you don't need a ton of scheme to run outside zone. It's a pretty basic play. I think we'd be able to set a nice little edge there. Get around the corner. Torrey Blaylock's fast. Okay. Y'all are so rude to Jaden Ott, bro. All right. We'll talk about it just a little bit more, but I would really he's gone. He's not here anymore. It was weird he got no opportunity, says Google account holder. Where was the one that I just saw? We didn't get to see too much of him. What up, Zip? Good to see you in here again. Explain, Jay. Not all I know is he left Gatorade. Guys, it could have been creative differences. I will explain for one last time, and then honestly, I'm not going to explain why I like Jay Knott anymore. I've explained it once a podcast. Like each podcast I explain it, each live I explain it. This is the last time. The way that he ran against Kent State, and I get that it was Kent State, but it was the first time that we saw Jay Knott. And I understand that it's, a lesser opponent or whatever. But even against an opponent that we were kind of running all over, you could tell the way he ran the ball. Like his patience, his vision was light years ahead of Torrey Blaylock's, which understandably, he's a true freshman this year. He did a fantastic job. I'm not holding it against him. But nonetheless, vision was way better. And even more so than X, I think. X, don't get me wrong, a bruising, tough back who picks the right types of lanes, the right types of holes and everything. But there was just something different about how go watch the tape against Kent State just this past year. The way he was moving through those holes and reading his blocks, setting the blocks, it was awesome. And so the only thing that we didn't really get to see was the breakaway speed because he just didn't break one that game. But then we never got to see it again because he never played hardly. Ever like a random snap here or there. I've got to go to creative differences, and sometimes that happens. Like this is big boy ball at this point. Like sometimes you have creative differences. You might clash a little bit. I'm not saying it was anything dramatic, but honestly I think that's what happened. I'm just guessing, but because I wasn't in the running back room, and I don't, regardless of what y'all may or may not think, I don't talk to DeMarco hardly at all. So, I just think maybe he's a great back in my opinion, and there are some people that might point to that play where he seems to be jumping out of the way of a block. Then there's another clip that's surfaced recently of him just giving a shoulder, like laying a. Do we know who it was? It was a pancake block. I can't remember who the linebacker was. It was one of ours. We don't. Yeah, great point. We don't have a lot of bad linebackers. So he put his shoulder in somebody's chest. I'm gonna find that tape and maybe I'll say who it was. But yeah, I honestly don't think. I don't know. It just didn't work. Not everything in life works. I think we need to stop looking for answers and just accept it. Anyways. Let's see what else we got. Nope, Nick's not coming back. Eduardo Mata, I see him at Tortures. Bro, okay, nice to meet you too. Sorry, I was acting. I know I was acting weird. I'm sometimes in public, I'm just awkward. Sometimes I think probably most people are just awkward. I don't know. But it was nice to meet you too, dude. I'm happy you're on here. Oh, dang. Sooner Cowboy. Glad the Eagles and Packers are finished. Sorry, Brandon. Okay. I think we'll take a small break. I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna keep talking. We're just take a small break from OU stuff. I want to bring on one of our interns, Braden. Come on up here, buddy. Braden Ford. Huh? Oh, who brought up Caleb Williams? That's exactly where I was going with this.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, was that? Okay, that's interesting. We'll get to that.
I love Caleb Williams talk, so this is perfect.
So, everybody in the chat, this is Braden Ford. He's an intern with us. What year are you at OU?
Well, I technically just graduated in December,
right,
so yeah, I'm all done.
But you're doing your master's, right?
I'm applying to law school right now, so I'll find out about that shortly.
How's that going?
It's going good. It's just more than anything, it's just like the uncertainty of not knowing whether or not I get in. That's probably the scariest part of everything. But I mean, I feel confident. So
there you go.
That's all you can do.
Well, so just for everybody's knowledge, he's Sooner Sports Properties / One Oklahoma intern. He helps us out a lot. Like literally, like all the things that are just like the heavy lifting, the things that most people probably wouldn't want to do. He's just a fire intern.
They're giving me too much credit.
Well, I mean, you deserve it. Also, a huge Bears fan, which is why I brought him up here, because I want to talk a little about Caleb Williams. I think we need to. He's an amazing quarterback. He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about his performance.
Well, he came into the league already getting a bad rap.
Which I think was stupid.
Which, I agree. But, number one overall picks, especially a guy as talented as that, they're always going to get scrutinized like that. I think it's kind of unfair to judge the start of his career based on last year, given just all the chaos that was going on in that organization. Once Ben Johnson came in, they rehauled the offensive line. Like the kid's a competitor. He's motivated. He wants to play. He wants to win. He wants to be one of the greatest to ever do it. And so it's easy for the media to sit there and say like, oh, he's a prima donna, he's not going to get along with his teammates, he's going to be a diva.
Especially with all the like for me, I don't think he got hardly any football hate. It
No.
was all off the field.
Yeah.
Oh, he paints his nails.
Exactly.
Get over it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's so stupid.
No, 100%. It's I mean, it's ignorance. It's a new era of football, and I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are ready for it. They don't want to see the Chicago Bears have the greatest quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, he's still playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know,
Get his first ring this year, and then we'll get 7 more after that. It'll be pretty great.
Father Cam says, "Oh, let's pop up here a little bit." Zip says, "Hello, Braden Ford, welcome aboard." And Mark A. Vigil, my father is an OU law grad.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so
Well,
we got
hopefully
some.
I'll join 'em.
We got some smart people in the chat. Father Cam, I'm rooting for Caleb Williams the rest of the way solely because he won us Red River.
Heck yeah.
I will say about OU fans, like they're so good, like they're loyal to guys that produced.
Right,
You know, like
right.
if you played good ball for us, for whatever reason you left, we're not going to hold it against you.
Mhm.
You made good plays for us. Thank you. Move on. You know, I like that.
Especially after a game like that, Red River. And I remember when the Bears drafted Caleb, like I was so grateful because it was like a second chance for me to be a Caleb Williams fan. Because when he was at OU, like it was obvious that he was the best player on the field at all times. And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously all OU fans were heartbroken after him and Lincoln took off. But it's pretty cool to see him kind of coming into his own and developing and growing as a player and kind of becoming more pro-ready. You know, he
Yeah.
has better pocket awareness. He's getting the ball out of his hands quicker. He's not holding on to the ball as long. And so it's cool. I think he's only going to get better from here on out.
Yeah. Bryson, I was about to get to you, Bryson. He really wants to talk about when I proposed. Dude, there's a lot of funny things happening. So Caleb Williams, I guess, first start was TCU in 2000 and what year would that have been? 20.
That would have been 20.
2020.
Yeah. No, 21. It would have been
21,
Yep.
right. Damn. I should know that, but I'm about to save myself with this next point. Watch this. Because most guys can't remember what she was wearing. Most guys can't remember what he was wearing. You know what I was wearing when I proposed? This hoodie. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember why I was in town that day. It wasn't to propose. Like I was going to do that. That's what it was. Yeah. I got a call. So I think we were going to come back because it was like dang, I had a specific reason to come back. No, it wasn't homecoming. Whatever it was, I got called by somebody and they're like, hey, come back for whatever it was that I did. And then I ended up being like, oh man, this is a great opportunity to propose. I was going to do it at our favorite restaurant here in Norman, but then this, presented itself and I was like, man, I may as well just do it on the field. And I didn't know that was when Caleb Williams had his first start. Interesting.
Written in the stars. It's like destiny.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's throwing passes. I know you, like, Braden geeked out on that pass that Caleb Williams threw. What was it, rolling out to his
Greatest throw
left?
in NFL history. 4th and 8, game on the line. You don't get it, we're dead. Pressure in his face, to his left, back foot, jumping in the air. He hit the Jordan logo midair.
That is,
You know how freaking cool that is?
that is really cool.
And it put it on a dime, dropped it in between 4 defenders in a bucket. You can't teach that.
That's fact. I mean, it's the type of clutch that we saw in Red River.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's just way more matured,
Yeah.
that much more experience. So, man, great to have you on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
thanks for giving the Bears rundown.
Yep. Thank you, Sooner Nation.
That's Braden Ford. Look for big things from him. He does a great job for us. You'll see him around too. All right. If you're new here, questions, comments, concerns, the state of the world. Let's try to keep it sports focused though. You don't want my opinions on the world. Caleb also gets a bad rap because of Stinkin' Lincoln. Does he have to be Stinkin' Lincoln still? All right. I think what it is for me and Coach Riley is like he played an offense that was super advantageous for Rodney Anderson. So It's hard to hate that guy. I get it, but I can't. I can't do it. Um, we know you still got ties to Lincoln, but we don't. Absolutely. Y'all are funny. Oh my gosh, y'all make me laugh. All right, guys, let's get back into the meat of the show. Let's get back on track. I want to talk about some portal gets. We've already talked about our big Florida tight end. Oh, please bear with me. All right. I can't find my list. So we're just going to keep it rolling because that's what we do. All right, guys. All right, I see Cole Sullivan, our best portal get. You're saying that's who that is? Oh. Yeah, Michigan linebacker. I mean, I guess we do need depth at the linebacker position. It's not really a position I thought about. How do y'all feel about losing Sammy O? We're sad about it here because he's a good dude. He's a good guy. Father Cam, I love the point. BV's defense develops linebackers. But I also agree with you when you say losing Sammy hurts. Similar, but I'm kind of thinking in this way. I'm choosing to think this way. When we lost R. Mason Thomas this year for those few games, I thought it was going to. I think you could have thought that, man, it's going to hurt us really bad. Like he's a big producer for us, expecting big things out of him. I feel but we didn't miss him a ton because we have a whole bunch of other guys that stepped up to the plate and got it done. I think Sammy O could have been that guy here. But hey, maybe it was creative differences. Maybe other things. Maybe the grass felt like it was going to be greener on the other side for him. Guys, sometimes it is. I know that usually people say, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes it is. Especially in the sports world. Like, we're not talking about relationships here. Like, in the sports world, sometimes the grass is greener. Sammy knows what he needs. I do like the Parker Livingston get. After I watch his highlights, I love that get, honestly. I think it was when is the last time we had like that just like tall, lanky guy? Jaden Gibson? My brother, maybe? Tall, lanky. I don't know. We always need that guy. That deep threat. Elusive. He can be a rotational piece at OU or the guy at a different school. Can't blame him for leaving. Who are you talking about? Bryson? Oh, Sammy, probably. I got you. I'm more hyped about the Trell Harris get, says Father Cam. I'm excited about that as well. I've heard a lot of good things about him. I'm not really. I don't know. I don't think I should. I still think. I think you can be excited because you can look at their book of work. What's exciting about transfer portal guys is you can look at their book of work and have something tangible so that you can touch and feel like I'm excited because I've seen him ball at this level before. You don't get that with high school kids because there's a lot to develop usually. And so I love the Trell Harris get as well. Jim Nagy's killing it, isn't he? I mean, that was a great hire by BV. Because I think BV and staff probably tried to do it before we hired Jim Nagy. I mean, they definitely did. Who else would have done it? It's too much for a coaching staff to handle these days. It's not it's not an efficient way to run a program. You almost need that front office, for real. Otherwise, you got head coaches doing numbers and spreadsheets. That's not what they signed up for. They signed up for X's and O's, baby. Alrighty. While we're on the topic, of Jim Nagy, is it too? I just keep bringing up Jim Nagy. We keep talking over and over and over about trying to figure out some type of content to put Jim in, and I've been very excited to tease it with you guys, but yeah, we just don't know if we have anything yet. Yeah, okay, that's a good way. We're thinking about doing like some type of like war room type content where Jim and his crew just like goes crazy. We don't let us get out of the way. Let them tell you what they're looking at, why they're going for the guys that they're going for, what they see needs to be filled as far as gaps in our team. So I think that would be a lot of fun. We might have him on here too. Father Cam says he's still waiting on the next CD Lamb. Those CD Lambs are few and far between. Mark, Mr. Anderson, what is a reasonable time frame Oklahoma could expect to hang on to Jim Nagy? I mean, as long as we pay him good, probably for a while. I mean, I don't know what an NFL scout or analyst makes, but it's probably similar to what the director of the Reese's Senior Bowl makes, I would guess. And I don't know what the director of a Reese's Senior Bowl makes, but I would guess it's similar to what he's getting paid here as our GM. So, I mean, as long as you keep, I'm here because I'm getting paid to be here. I feel that it's fair, and so I come to work. I think that's as long as we can expect to have him. I just don't know where you would go. It seems like he's in his bag. Like, maybe he could be a coach. Maybe he could be, like a, I don't know, NFL scout, NFL analyst again. He could go, back to the Senior Bowl. But, this is a pretty cool gig. It seems like this is where he's thriving the most. So ride this wave as far as it'll take you. It's kind of what I would think. Is Nagy Sooner Cowboy says, is Nagy killing it or is Texas and Sark killing it? I'm not really concerned about Texas and Sark. Honestly. When am I going to be on KREF again? I don't know. Chad, whenever KREF asks me to be on there again. I just fill in for KREF and the franchise. We've gotten close a couple of times with both stations to getting something a little bit more permanent, but I'm really just I'm like a pretty good little backup guy. I'm a sub guy. If you need me, I'll hop in, do a few hours and pop out. I fill in. Bryson, it's speculated that Kip is waiting to see if Owen is coming back before he decides to declare. Interesting. I don't think that, why would be my question. What does Kip's play have to do with Owen Heineke's play? Maybe they just like being out there together, but, I mean, they probably won't be on the same team moving forward, most likely. I don't know. I don't know. I need more context there. Not sure what type of job this would help Nagy get. He's fairly a niche position. I think that's my point in a nutshell, Bryson. Uh, yeah, like it's super specific, and he's the best at it. It's like you've worked your way up to this position where you are the best in the. Because I don't know who else. What other team has a Jim Nagy type that's doing it like Jim Nagy? Don't say Sark, because they're different positions. Sark's not a GM. He's a head coach. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Just what the comments are saying about Kip and Owen. Yeah. So all right. Biggest transfer portal get. In my opinion, mm, let's I like the I like the tight ends, but I've talked a lot about Florida guy whose name I can't remember right now. Hayden Hansen, thanks. I like Rocky Beers. I think he's a sleeper. He's getting overshadowed a little bit, in my opinion, by Hayden Hansen. But I don't know. Rocky Beers, I think I don't know, like shorter. He's not really short. He's like 6'4", 6'5", but he's not 6'8". And so maybe he's a little bit more shifty. I don't know, 2 tight ends in the game at the same time be nice. Nice running formation. We don't talk often about Satania because I think we know he's here. We know what he is. We know, like, we're just kind of confident in him, but him coming back is going to be huge. I agree with you, Father Cam. I don't know. Is he one of the best that we've had in a long time though? He's explosive for sure. I'm waiting to see more, like just more from him, more production, I guess. And it's hard whenever our offense was struggling like they were last year. Great points. Really by Father Cam and Bryson. Y'all are killing it right now. I need to find my list. My list of peeps. Bang bang. It's not there. Man, I had my list of new recruits all lined up. Or not recruits, new transfer portal guys. Brennan, do you know where I can find a list? Or just like email it to me or something? So I can pull it up. So I can talk more eloquently about it. Who's going to win the Natty on Monday? That's a great placeholder while I get my list right. By Gage Scott, Indiana's going to win. They're so good. I think it speaks volumes that like the when it was in the semifinals, all 4 head coaches had coached under Saban. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's my big theme for college sports, these days, is that you have to win. There's a lot of flashy headlines and there's a lot of like issues with college sports, but at the end of the day, all that falls away and you have to win. And Signetti is figuring out how to do it with guys that people have never heard of. It's because he didn't sacrifice. He found out how to not have to sacrifice his coaching style, his values for money, and and recruiting and all that. The transfer portal. He just found a way. So yeah, I'm a big Indiana fan right now. They play so clean. It's a fun team to watch because they look like a team. So Johnny Baseball says I need to go out to some baseball games this year. I do need to hit the diamond a bit this year. I'm big into the OU softball. I'm a big softball fan. Last time I saw OU baseball games when I went to watch Kyler play. So like in 2017, 18, somewhere in there. So maybe I'll pop out there. A couple nice days, be a nice little family outing. Get my son out to some games. Maybe I will. Oh, Mims. I forgot about Mims. That's a good point as well. Marvin Mims. Yeah, Indiana's is they're just so impressive. I mean, they've just been dogging teams. The first game that I watched was Alabama after we lost Alabama, and they're just better in every phase of the ball. Special teams too was very impressive. That one receiver, what's his name? Number 8, I think. Indiana. 80? One of them. I can't remember. Maybe Charlie Becker. He Yes. Yes. He's been balling, dude. Like who was that before Signetti in Indiana? Who was Fernando Mendoza before Signetti in Indiana? He, what was he going to do at Cal? Okay. Jared Goff vibes? Okay. I like it. Got it. Oh, yeah, because Caleb Nitta. Right. Amarian Harris. There's Lloyd Avant. Okay. All right. Thank you, Brandon Gibson, for my list. Okay. See, now my thoughts are coming back. What I love about the transfer portal this year is that we're creating O-line depth. I don't think that we need to do a whole lot of like rearranging at the O-line, but I know Bedenbow, he's gonna invite competition, and I love that. I love that we're going into the transfer portal for guys like Kenny Wormy, Central Oklahoma Division II guy who's just looking for coming back. Like he's coming back probably with the chip on his shoulder. My point was going to be coming back up from D2. He's going to be hungry. He's playing the SEC now. Then you got the Western Kentucky guy, Caleb Nitta. A little bit undersized maybe, but he's a center, which, if you're going to give up some size at any O-line position, is probably going to be your center. And so he's going to be looking for his opportunity. Like these guys seem hungry to me. And Marion Harris, O-line, Arkansas, he could probably start. That's like he's got SEC experience. It sounds like there may have been creative differences at Arkansas. Now he's coming over here for a better opportunity for himself. Bedenbow's going to invite that competition, and this young offensive line is going to be hungry for that competition. And we're just going to put the best 5 guys out there and not have to sacrifice so much rhythm, so much consistency. That was my point for the O-line as far as the portal is concerned. It sounds like, I don't mind new running backs coming into the game. I saw a couple comments. What the heck happened with Taylor Tatum? I didn't talk about that. He was just injured quite a bit. Soft tissue stuff, not anything crazy, but and then also here, I think he was very split between baseball and football. Like he was still doing that dual sport thing. I don't know if he's going to do that at Michigan. He is? Oh, I'm hearing that he is. We'll see if it works out better there for him being a dual sport athlete. I loved how he ran. He was a hard runner, and he's very shifty. Like he looked like lightning in a bottle when he had the ball in his hands. I don't know. We'll see We'll see him again too. Dang, we play Michigan. Michigan's gonna be crazy. At Michigan, right? This year? Mm. Hey, Brandon Schutza. It's good with you. Oh, Johnny Baseball. I wasn't aware of this issue. We love softball, but baseball is underserved and underrated. You know we will feed you and your fam. Where do I need to go? We're gonna make it a party? A One Oklahoma party at baseball. That'd be fun. Yeah, Johnny Baseball, tell me what I need to do when I go out to a baseball game. It's been some time. Brandon, why did you have to bring up Michael Hawkins? I'm not going to talk about it. Nope. Not going to do it. Boomer.Sooner. Taking out a second mortgage to bet the Sooners to win the Natty next season. Sound investment? Question mark. No. Just in case my financial advisor is watching, no. That's not a sound investment. But not all investments are sound. You know, some of the most unsound investments pay out the best. Here, I do think we have a really good shot at making the playoffs. Like, I expect us to be in the playoffs for sure. Especially if it expands. There's no confirmation there, is there, yet? I saw a headline yesterday on ESPN. Is the bracket going to expand? Is it not? I think it will. I think it's probably pretty safe to say. And so yeah, I think 10 wins is very attainable for this. Like, our defense isn't going to get worse. I know that for a fact. Our offense, in my opinion, this year took baby steps forward the whole time. We had a lot of incredible setbacks, but baby steps. And also, I'm going to give Ben Arbuckle a huge pass because it's year one. Let him cook. Let him get his feet underneath them. Let these guys get comfortable with this system. That'll be year two. So let's wait and see. But 10 wins, in my opinion, is attainable, and that'll get you in there. Maybe with the expanded bracket, 9 gets you in. So I don't know. I think I would love to bet that OU would make the playoffs, national championship. I was singing that tune this past season. I think I'd have more of a reason to sing it this year. Kelly already said that we were going to win the national championship. It was way too soon prediction. Let's see. Boomer.Sooners just trolling. Nah, put some funny money on it. Put like $50 down for the Sooners to win it all. And let me know how it goes. Whoa. Are we saying we're talking about the bracket now, I think. 12 really feels like a lot. I agree, Bryson. It will. All right, I'm just trying to get to Coach D, Brad D. It will either be 16 or 24, depending on SEC and Big. Are you saying 24 team bracket? That's not gonna happen. Ain't no way. It's too much. We're playing football till July for money. I'm a big Rick and Morty fan, and every time somebody like rubs their fingers together like this, or like, you know, that phrase "for money" comes out of my mouth, I think of this one episode where, everybody's, you know, how are we going to do our job? Like, there's nothing to pay anybody with, because their currency, you know, hits zero, and everybody's like, I'll do it, for money, and that is, I feel like the NCAA, or like that is the room of people that is deciding how big the bracket gets. I don't know. Is it safe for these players to be playing this much football? Is the quality of football going to go down? Is, all these, I don't know, but how much money will we make? Yeah, nah. Let's just do it for the money. 24 teams is crazy. Nah, I'm out on 24. If anything, like if you're gonna try to, do the non-conference games really matter? I don't think they should. They can. I think they could help. They definitely helped us this past year. It could hurt you too. 16, I think is. Okay, Coach D, Brad D. If you get rid of conference championships, you can do 24. Get rid of regular bowl games. I think it'll be. Yeah, I think 16 is reasonable. I don't love conference championships. Like, I was glad that we weren't playing in a conference championship this year. I don't know. I don't think anybody's got a. Oh, well, I didn't see Father Cam say that he put up 1K on it. Father Cam, I need you to confirm or deny that you actually did that next week. We'll do another live next week. Same time, same place. And I want you to hop back on here and let me know if you actually did that. I'm not giving out betting advice. Disclaimer. So that y'all can't come after me. Yeah, guys, as a former player, I honestly don't have the answer to how big the playoff bracket should expand. Money for sure is driving. Like, I do know for a fact that money's driving that conversation. BG, man behind the cam, he's 100% right. Money is driving. It is for money. And as a former player, especially the path that I had, wear and tear on the body is something that I'm constantly thinking about for these guys playing now. So it seems like a lot of football to go anything past 16. Maybe we can think of other ways to. I'm not going to let go of spring ball. There's something there that universities can make money off of, or like the idea that we've been kind of tossing back and forth, me and Caleb and everybody else in here. Man, we should play Bedlam. Bedlam football should be in spring ball, like, skills competitions or 7-on-7, or maybe even like a controlled scrimmage, something like that. But maybe not. But I still think there's something there in spring ball to help make money for the university, and maybe even TV. Maybe there's TV money to be made so that we don't have to play so many games in the fall. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. Like, my point, like I said, is that there's just a lot of wear and tear. That's the first thing I think about when we start adding games. And so that's all. That's my only point. See, I will say Bedlam in spring presents some challenges. Like, do we want to risk that? Injuries and whatnot? Is there a good, like, protective way to control those types of, like, football environments? I think it's way easier to protect the guys when it comes to, like, one-on-one drills, 7-on-7, things like that, as opposed to an actual 11-on-11 scrimmage. It could be a showcase game, Bedlam showcase, where freshmen, walk-ons get to showcase their skills against another Division I talent, OSU. I think that'd be cool. Okay. See, yeah, you can try to be real with the players, but I mean, look at those joint practices at the NFL. Those always go left. Always. And they're professionals, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Bryson, yeah, we are live on a few platforms: TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Spread the word. We're live, Rodney Anderson live every single Tuesday at noon. At Join One Oklahoma on our socials. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Dude, 2026 is gonna be so fun. A lot of content to come. I don't know. Final thoughts? Any final thoughts, everybody? Coach D. Bradley says we need to get on Facebook. We'll think about it. It's a little bit. It's interesting starting like live streams and podcasts and all that. You got to find your lane and like your right audience. And so we're doing our thing. We're trying to figure out the right audience, the right fan base. We want to be welcoming to everybody. We're trying to be like, this is a new, fresh spin on things. A lot of the same content out there these days. This is good info. Appreciate your feedback, Coach D. Brad D. We'll figure something out. Father Cam, let me know how those highlights go. I think let's keep chewing on this spring ball showcase idea. I think we're on to something. We can talk about it at a later date. You know, we got spring right around the corner. All right. If there's no final thoughts, be on the lookout for the double take dropping this Thursday. Also be on the lookout for more Rodney Anderson Live Tuesdays at noon. Be hopping on here for about an hour, give or take, to just talk about the state of things. Come ready with your questions, comments, and concerns. And be on the lookout also. I say it a lot, but y'all start to see the fruits of our labor. Got a lot of content coming down the pipeline, so be ready. You can tap into us, be in the know at Join One Oklahoma on our socials. In the meantime, have a great rest of y'all's day, and Boomer Sooner.